everyone, I'm Captain Logan and welcome to Yard Sale Adventures, another brand new series pilot for the channel. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I really like going to yard sales, finding really cool stuff secondhand. This is how I built the earliest stuff in my collection and how I found, of course, a lot of the neatest things that I own. I try to go yard selling every week or every other week whenever the weather gets good, and yard sales are starting to pop up all over the place here now. And I've never done videos talking about the stuff that I got, and since we've been doing more lately in the way of unboxings and things like that, I thought it might make a lot of sense to show you all the cool stuff that I get, and I thought there might be a little bit of interest in this. I did a video like this for the 64 Galore haul last year when I went to Arkansas, and I did every year in August in Arkansas, there is an event over a weekend that's called 64 Galore. It's 170 miles of yard sales, and Brandon and I and Jason did that trip, and we had a video out of that people seem to like a lot. So I thought it might be cool to do these just sporadically, periodically, whenever I happen to get a good enough haul that it's worth talking about. And this morning, first yard selling day I've had this year, I found quite a few sales and bought something at almost every sale I went to. Jason and I went out for about 3 hours and got a lot of really cool geeky stuff, so I thought I would go ahead and share it with you, and I hope you enjoy. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? A lot of little random things, nothing just absolutely spectacular this time around, but there was one sale in particular where I found quite a bit of late 80s, early 90s retro stuff, and it was very clearly the first time these people had ever had a yard sale because of how old a lot of the stuff was. There's going to be, I got quite a few things just from that particular sale, but I'll show you the stuff in no particular order. Hey look, it's Marvin the Martian! We have quite a few stuffed animals here at my house, and we've got kind of a stuffed animal collection for the kids, and I tend to hang on to a lot of things, and somehow or other I never had a Marvin Martian. Marvin Martian is probably my second favorite Warner Brothers cartoon character, next to the Roadrunner, and my dad does a really good Marvin Martian impression. I can't, so I'm not going to. But anyway, yeah, Marvin Martian. He's in good shape. Looks pretty good. And what else? Got some Star Trek books, some somewhat recent Star Trek books. Did anybody else know that Tony Daniel writes Star Trek novels? I didn't know that. Tony Daniel, Batman, writes Star Trek novels. This is one of 2 novels that you'll see here in this haul, written by a prevalent comic book writer. This is a Star Trek TOS novel called Savage Trade. I don't know anything about these, which is why I got them. I have a pretty extensive library of Star Trek books. Oh, this is from 2015, so this just came out recently. I've got a pretty extensive collection of these, but I'm not a big Star Trek novel guy, so I've kept a library mostly for my Star Trek club. They check books out sometimes, and I've gotten a lot of donations from people, so I have a pretty big library, but I don't read these a lot. Every now and again, though, I'll sit down and read one, and there are a few that I like a lot, but I'm kind of picky about them. Star Trek Enterprise, Rise of the Federation, another recent book by Christopher Bennett. I'm not familiar with him. Uncertain Logic. Check out the print in this book. Look how tiny that print is. How do you expect anybody to read that? This is a big pet peeve of mine. I should do a rant about this on a GNN at some point, but like, just make it a little thicker. This is not the thickest paperback I've ever seen, and when you compare this to the what is obviously a much, much shorter book from Tony Daniel with regular size print, you see that if this had been in this print, it would be like half the size of this. Just make it a little bit thicker. I don't understand that. That's hard to look at. And then Star Trek TOS, Crisis of Consequences. Consciousness, excuse me. Crisis of Consequences. I was about to say that was a really dumb title, and that would have been a really dumb title. Crisis of Consciousness by Dave Gallanter, and I'm assuming that this is also probably from around that same, 2015. So, yeah, recent Star Trek novels for very little money. Really cool. What else do I have? I got a whole bunch of little kids' storybooks, and I'll show you the geeky ones. I got some other things that aren't so geeky, but I found a Sesame Street board book from 1978. I collect a lot of stuff like this, and it's great for, you know, my kids even still. It's Powerpuff Month, and look, I found a Powerpuff Girl book. This is a thing when I was yard selling a lot in the early 2000s that seemed to be a big theme. I was always running into Powerpuff Girls. These days it's Ninja Turtles, and you're going to see that. The theme today is Ninja Turtles. Haven't shown you any of that yet, but there's a lot of Ninja Turtles. But Powerpuff Girls used to be the thing that I constantly ran into. Here's the Powerpuff Girls Golden Book with art that is kind of in the tradition of the classic Golden Books. Then here's an old DuckTales book. Baby Bug's Favorite Things. There's a board book for my 18-month-old. Let's see, Ninja Turtles Meet Leatherhead. There's our first Ninja Turtle thing from the 03 series. Interesting and somewhat of a coincidence that I ran into a Leatherhead book this morning because I just got done reading the latest issue of Ninja Turtles, which is all about their version of Leatherhead. Here's a Little Mermaid Golden book. Check this out. The True Story of Superman. That's a lie. Superman's a fictional character. Jason and I might have to do a storybook read on this, a story time. We haven't done that in a long time. We used to occasionally read superhero books on camera to show them to folks. Let's see, what else? Okay, so found some sleepwear for Jason, brand new, at a yard sale. Found a Ninja Turtle shirt for me, Party Wagon. That's pretty cool. Okay, so this is a thing that I have been looking for a while. I finally found a solution to this, and I can't believe I ran into this for 10 cents at a yard sale. So this tin looks like kind of nothing to really sneeze at, but here's why it's great. I've been looking for something kind of thin and small and portable like this to carry comics in, because I'm constantly having to carry singles, and there are some specifically made tins for comic books, but I haven't run into one in a long time, and when I found one several years ago at a really cool novelty store that was off the highway on the way to St. Louis, I didn't pick it up that day and kind of regretted it, and now I found something that works pretty well. So this would have had probably a puzzle in it or something. The lady that sold this to me was like, yeah, that's just the tin. So it obviously came with something else, and I suspect there's a lot of tin puzzles, especially with Ninja Turtles lately. But check it out. It perfectly fits a bag of comics. It's kind of large for leaving singles out in it. They slide around a lot, so it's nice to put, you know, a bag of comics in, and then it kind of fits in there perfectly and doesn't slosh around too terribly much. And anyway, just for me personally, this is a really nice thing to have, because now I can carry something around and not have to worry about my bag of comics getting stepped on or dropped or crumpled up or anything like that. Jason really made out this morning. He got a Michelangelo electronic mask that talks and has eyes that light up. This is a really goofy mask. Check this out.
This is gonna be epic!
Yeah, Michelangelo thinks yard selling is epic.
Bring it on! Hi-ya! Ninja finish!
So, yeah, that's goofy, but yeah, never been used, still in the box. Found that at a little sale. I did not know that Brad Meltzer wrote crime fiction, and so I found this book at a yard sale and thought that I would try that out at some point, and maybe I'll read a book on that. And then I found some more Ninja Turtle stuff, some vintage Ninja Turtles puzzles. I think I had this one. I know I had the Turtle Van one that came around the same time, was from this Rose Art line, but I always really liked the design of the Turtles and Shredder from this period. All this stuff that was popular because of the cartoon show, but looked a lot grittier and more like the Mirage comics, obviously based more on the action figures than on the TV show. And then here is the 300-piece puzzle of the 1990 movie poster, and she claimed that all of the pieces are in these, but, you know, for like 10, 25 cents a piece, 75 cents, I guess, for this. I thought I would chance it. And then the only other thing I got this morning was Battleship, because I didn't have a good copy of Battleship, and I thought I probably should have that in my board game collection and selection for my kids. So anyway, that was my yard sale haul this morning, and if I have another really good one sometime in the near future, I'll make sure and make another one of these for you and just show you all the cool stuff that I got. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm Captain Logan, and I'll see you again next time.